What is up, everybody? We're back with another episode of the switchSPOT podcast. It's episode 15 today.
Woo!
I am hosting with my good friends Phil Phantastic and Camilo Sarmiento. Why don't you guys say hello?
Hi, I'm Phil Phantastic.
And I am Camilo.
So today's gonna be we got some good topics to talk about. We got some Switch bundles, Red Dead news, N64 Classic leak, and some Pokemon stuff as usual.
Why would we ever talk about Pokemon? What's a Pokemon?
But do you guys want to say what you've been playing or what you've been streaming recently?
Yeah. So I didn't stream for like 3 days. I was not feeling great on Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday I had like real life things to do, and I was kind of bummed out, but it was still fun. And today on a piece of paper, John and Camilo, I wrote down. I'm gonna say the S word.
No.
Schedule. I wrote down a schedule. And I'm going through, and this morning, the AM time slot was Pokemon Black, and I did it. PM time slot was switchSPOT on John's channel.
Nailed it.
Check. Nailed it. So I'm going to see if I can stick to my schedule without posting it anywhere and see if maybe that works better. That way, there's no expectation, but I am still holding myself accountable for the content that I want.
Schedule.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That way, if I miss something, Parker won't be like, you said this, and then you gave me that. And I just don't understand how you could do that to me after all I've been through. You said this and did that. Why? Guys, don't do that.
Kind of
So
sounds
irritating.
like when people ask me, you did stream on your second channel today. I do what I want.
Mm-hmm. I just want to say this. Even though we collab on this, it makes it a lot easier because we're all pitching ideas for stories and all that. And like, it's a lot easier to be, I think, motivated when you have two people holding you accountable. But like for our separate channels, it's just us. So like, I don't have anybody else being like, hey man, you should like probably do that. Like it's my like gumption and the responsibility that I hold myself to get it all done. But then in addition to wanting to have a cool YouTube channel that people will watch and hang out on, I have like real life stuff that I do. So it's like a crazy balance. And I feel like a lot of people are just like, you said you were going to beat the Elite Four and then you didn't for 4 months. And
But you did it though. You did
But we did it. But that was sort of unexcusable on my end. I will take full responsibility for that. But there's times where it's like, dude, like you like life gets in the way and you can't. I just want a public service announcement. I'm just tired of hearing from people that I did or didn't do something I said I was going to do because I'm the only one that works here. So, like, unless you want to start pitching in, sending me some emails of like scripts for sketches or like a first pass at a review of a game, you want to start contributing to the channel, then you can start critiquing my schedule and the amount of content that comes out on it. And that's it. I'm not sure what the question you asked me, but that's the answer you got.
Cam, go ahead.
How do I follow that?
It's impossible. I don't make it easy for anyone to follow anything.
Well, I've been like actually finishing a few games, and I'm like starting to like open up my backlog of playing a bunch of games that like I started and didn't finish. So going back to Ni no Kuni 2, I played that twice when it first came out, and I didn't play it ever since March. So I'm playing that again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shoot, what was the other thing? Oh, I just picked up The World Ends With You on Switch. It's like super fun. I want to like play through the whole game on that. I'm
excited to watch you play that game because I really don't know anything about it.
It's really cool. The music, the soundtrack for the game is like insane.
It's sort of one of the characters reminds me very much of like Team Skull. Like there is a dude with like that's dressed like Team Skull, and I feel like the music it's like wow,
it's like a Skull theme because like the villains are called like Reapers, and all of like the symbols you interact with to like encounter the enemies, they're all like skulls. So yeah. Hey,
Hey.
I'm sorry. This people
Gamer
are so
guy,
jealous
thank
of
you
me.
for that $1
Nice.
super
I can't
chat.
help it that I'm popular.
Also been shiny hunting.
Oh, Gretchen. Gretchen's my favorite. Team Gretchen. She's my waifu.
Yeah. So shiny hunting, World Ends with You, Ni no Kuni. Right now.
Nice. And I haven't streamed for 2 weeks. But busy season is officially over, so it's time to come back.
What do you come back with?
Fortnite every night.
You should become a Pokatuber.
I can't.
Help me
Well,
build
when Let's Go comes out, I will.
He's just gonna complain that it's too easy and then play through.
Hey, save that for later.
Save that for the story. I'm gonna try to get a competitive team before Let's Go comes out. That's one of my goals over like the next month is to build like. Oh, hey,
Mr. Parker, thank you for that sub. Appreciate it. You're gonna
That's
get
one of my
competitive
unofficial goals.
What if I get a competitive team before you do?
I mean, GG. I don't know. What do you want?
That would require you to touch a 3DS.
I'll get a competitive Let's Go team.
No, but in a month.
I don't know. All right, let's move on to what we actually want to talk about today.
Okay.
The first thing, it's a little story, I think, right? What am I even talking about? Oh yeah, so a new bundle for the Switch was announced. It was Diablo 3 Eternal Collection, whatever. Blah blah blah. Another Switch bundle happened for this fall. Why are there so many of them?
Why are there so many?
Why is this one of them?
I don't know.
For a game that is so old.
Yeah.
Cause so you can dress like Ganondorf for $399?
No, I think you get that if you buy Diablo 3 on the Switch.
On Switch?
Yeah. Yeah,
So it's a full game download. It's not even the cartridge. You get a carrying case, which I think is necessary, and that seems like the perfect size. But I don't understand. Okay, so it is on the back of the 3DS. I see that, or the Switch.
Yeah, it has like the.
That's like half of the Diablo's face. Like that's cool, but I don't think that they've done a good job yet with the actual dock itself, with like Pikachu and Eevee, and then what is that? Is that Belial and Azrael? Like I don't remember that game very well.
Yeah.
And then the Smash Brothers has the same exact type of thing.
Get in, loser.
Does it have every character?
Cheribo, Johnnyebo. Nice. I don't know. But, alright, so we have this bundle. We have Smash, Eevee, and Pikachu.
Yeah.
Also, we got a Fortnite bundle, too.
That one doesn't really count because the Switch isn't any different. It just comes with Fortnite.
But
it's like not a special edition, though.
You get exclusive content, though.
Yeah, but the Switch doesn't look any different. It's not like a designed anything on it. It's a bundle, but it's not like a.
I mean, they've done bundles in the past where they just put Switches. Is it like a Fortnite branded box?
No. Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, there's Fortnite on the box.
Well, I don't know.
But like, it's just a red. It's like a Switch with red and blue Joy-Cons. That's it.
That's like collectible in its own way, but like, yeah, it's not like. I don't know. It
like,
wouldn't be as
no
collectible.
like. There's no like design like how this one has like imprints of like characters. Like, there's none of that on the Fortnite one.
I feel like they're doing this to try to get people to buy multiple Switches, so they can
trade with themselves.
Kind of like 3DS, like.
Dude, but those are so much easier to collect. They're so cheap.
Yeah, they're cheaper, much cheaper.
I mean, they're still $200.
They're basically
they're
free,
like
John.
$150 or even like $80 if you're talking about the 2DS.
Yeah, if you're talking about doorstops.
I don't know.
Like this is $360.
It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why they did it.
Wait, this is 360? The Diablo collection?
Yeah, because it comes with the game.
Well, I think they're all.
Well, that's
360.
good because the Switch by itself is $299. The game's $60, right?
Yeah.
And then you get a free carrying case, and it's like embossed.
That's true. The carrying case, that is a good deal because they're usually like $20.
I'd say if you're like an emo kid and you haven't bought a Switch yet, you should buy the Diablo. And you haven't played Diablo yet, because if you have, you've played it to death, because there's only 3 things you can do. But I would buy that. If you're emo and you like grindy RPGs. The one thing that's cool about it, though, about Diablo, I will say, is that it's all procedurally generated. So even though it is exactly the same way, it's great for grinding, because you'll get frustratingly lost over and over again when you're just trying to, like, grind for gear. I don't know. That was like half a joke.
I'm probably gonna get Diablo on the Switch because I buy everything on the Switch, but I'm not gonna get this bundle.
I definitely would not
you
pay
buy
60.
everything.
I don't buy multiple consoles. That's a lie. I mean, when it's an upgrade, I'll probably buy it. Like if this had new features and stuff, I would buy it.
Camilo, would you buy a second Switch to do what we do, which is capture card combo, camera combo, dual shiny hunt? Let's go.
I don't think so, because I could always just
Dual hunt with your.
I could do one
3D
with one on
capture card
3DS and then
and-
one on without. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Also,
Because then your picture quality is going to be fantastic. You have 2 capture cards going.
yeah, but like I'm trying to like, what are you actually gaining by having like 2 of the Let's Go games? Because like you're encountering so many Pokemon at once already in one
Yeah.
game.
Double.
But it's
Double.
I don't.
Half? Double.
But in my mind, I'm like, the Let's Go games are not in the same continuity as the mainline games. So like I'm being productive by me.
I was just told that some of the games aren't even in line with other games, because I was playing Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire and they were saying that because Mega Forms are in some games and not others, that actually technically some games aren't even in the same timeline as other games. So what you're saying is not even relevant.
No, like
Because
whatever I catch in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee is going to stay in that game unless they make another like Let's Go game. So
you don't think they're gonna let us have one?
have what?
Like bring our Meltans to Gen 8?
Oh, I don't know.
They're gonna let us do some to Gen 8. Because then they're gonna want to migrate all those Let's Go players.
I don't know, maybe down the line, but at the start, I just want to play the game and then I'll do like dual hunt with like Let's Go and like Ultra Sun or something like that, because those games are still relevant until the Gen 8 games come out.
Speaking of waiting to play and all that goodness, I turned on Pokemon Pikachu version / Yellow version today, and I got my Pikachu. And I just was so happy. I was like, oh, I forgot they redid the sprites, like compared to Red and Blue. It's like everything looks so much like nicer.
Yeah.
And then I fight Blue, and he has an Eevee, and I was like, is that why?
Yeah.
I had no idea. It's very interesting to me.
Well, that got away from...
Gary gets an Eevee. Well, that's not his starter in the anime, but like he does get an Eevee in the anime.
We were talking about Switch bundles.
Oh, sorry.
And then we start talking about Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's hard to not talk about Pokemon.
I have a segment for Pokemon later.
We want to move it up?
Whatever you want to
We're
do.
already talking
All
about
right,
it.
so we will move the Pokemon thing up. So Pokemon is usually an easy baby game. But apparently, there's not going to be easy baby game anymore.
Yeah, so, I mean, what I read, it's not about, like, the actual story of the game. But when you beat the game, there will be master trainers to fight. And I heard it was like something like there's gonna be 151 hard trainers to fight, and they all have like
They have one of each Pokemon.
no, it was like you pick like a Pokemon, and then like you fight like 151 of those Pokemon. So like you could fight like 151 Mewtwo or like trainers like that.
That seems weird. So you have to choose one Pokemon, and that's the only Pokemon you face?
No, here, and
What's happening?
Also, why... So what does the double Pokeball do? That's like the co-op catch.
increases catch chance.
So can you do that with just, like, yourself? You... Like your right hand has a ball and your left hand has a ball? Can you just do that?
I have done many things by myself that
Yeah.
people have said that you need two people for. Most things that people are like, no, you should probably be doing that with somebody else. I will do it by myself. I will find a way. Sometimes I need to get, an extra product or two, maybe.
Jesus.
like another Pokeball.
Yeah, are you getting the Pokeballs? Are you guys getting the Pokeballs?
Yeah, I'm getting one for sure. I kind of want to get both.
Get both? What?
No, he's asking, are you
both
getting
bundles?
Oh, I would get one bundle and then get one by itself without the Pokeball.
I would just download both and then buy the Pokeball.
But you have to go to the store anyway.
No,
Pokeball.
Amazon sends it to me.
I sort of want to get both balls because when you have both balls like in your pants or your backpack or whatever, like you'll be like collecting candy or whatever. I'm not sure what the mechanic is going to be, but like if it's similar to Let's Go or if it's similar to Go, then it'd be like collecting candy. So like, why wouldn't you like carry two balls?
Well,
Are you not? Can you not, John? Let me rephrase that. Can you not handle two balls?
But would one ball be linked to one game?
Yeah.
Are you
yeah.
Are you uniballing one game?
You for each game you can only have a uniball, I believe. But then together with both games, you've got a full pair. So.
Did you
I think
find
we
the
you have
answer?
two balls? Yeah, Cam, do you know? Can I have two balls per game?
Well, it's 2-player, right? So 2 people could use 2. There's access to Joy-Con, so I would think, yeah.
Is it only 2-player? How many balls? That's it. I keep saying in my channels that I want 6. I want to be a real trainer. I want to have 6 of them.
6. Oh my
You should
gosh.
be able to do that.
You should. I would think 2 would work. I don't know about 6 because 6 people can't play at once.
It's that really cool charging station that like Hori's gonna release. I think it's Hori.
Yeah, that thing's kind of cool looking.
Okay, I think
like a
what
little
this
pedestal.
hard mode thing is just after you beat the game, there's just going to be 151 trainers. I think it's going to be one of each, and they're all going to be like level 70 or 80 throughout I guess like spread out throughout the region.
Then do you get to take their
And then-
Pokemon?
Why would you take their Pokemon?
Do you unlock Johto?
No. Maybe.
No, maybe.
I think it'd be cool if they added if they had an area that's like the Orange Islands or like the Sevi Islands in it. Like have something new.
That'd be super cool.
I think they're gonna have something new.
Because they said, like Alolan forms are in it, so it would make sense if there's like an island region or something.
What if you just unlock Alola?
That'd be crazy.
Or just all
Alola's
areas.
big, isn't it? Comparatively, I'd like to see all the like actual maps laid on top of each other
By scale, yeah.
Yeah, to know like which one's bigger. Because like I don't think Kanto's all that big. If you think about like if you think about our Omega Ruby journey, Alpha Sapphire journey, like that's a lot bigger than the first game. No?
I'm trying to visualize like
feels bigger. Also, there's not only are you surfing, but you're also waterfalling and you're also diving. So there's like 3 layers of things that you're doing.
Yeah, but diving's
Owen's
kind
pretty
of
big.
dumb though.
What?
Huh?
Like,
Why is it
you
dumb?
don't really do anything when you dive.
Yeah, you do.
It's just if you're gonna counterpoint, it can't just be it's dumb.
Well, there's
That's
like
a new
specific.
podcast rule. You can't just say it's dumb.
There's a specific spot you could dive, right?
Yeah.
And that's all it is. Like you just go
No,
into
no,
that one
no,
area.
multiple
There's
spots
like
to dive.
so
You
many
go
different
down,
spots. Yeah.
You go up, and then there's like an
You go
area
down and
that
go
you
up.
can't
Yeah,
access.
yeah.
No, but you could
That
even
sounds fun.
You can encounter Pokemon, do Dex Nav.
Yeah.
There's
Omega
trainers
Ruby
to
Alpha
fight.
Sapphire are awesome. There's like Dex Nav and all that. Oh.
I think I like
So
Dex
good.
Nav more than SOS.
It's super fun to do the little not gonna lie. It's so exciting. And so like infuriating when you're like, tick and the Pokemon ran away. No. Oh man. John, get into Pokemon.
I like Pokemon.
I feel like
No.
you really don't like Pokemon.
Yeah.
I like Pokemon. I beat Alpha, whatever, Omega Ruby.
Did you beat the Delta episode?
No,
Because Camilo and I did live on stream in a collab. Didn't lose a single Pokemon.
I don't know what the Delta episode is, but okay.
I didn't either till I beat it. It's cool. It's worth playing.
I beat
That's how you get Rayquaza.
Black and White and Black and White 2. I beat X.
You beat Sun too, right?
I beat Sun.
Oh, you did?
I beat Red. I beat Silver. The only one I didn't beat is Gen 4.
It's more than me, actually. So I don't know.
Did you play any of like Gen 3?
I played Omega Ruby.
That's Gen 6.
You know what? That is
What?
basically playing
That's
Gen 3.
3. What are you talking about? Gen 6 is X and Y.
If you play Alpha Sapphire and Sapphire, you're getting the same experience, only better on the 3DS.
What about Fire Red, Leaf Green?
Oh, I played Leaf Green.
I've never played that. I've never played those. I kind of want to get Leaf Green just to have, so that I'll have.
I bought that I had Fire Red as a kid, and I bought Leaf Green like a few months ago.
If you check my 3DS log, Pokemon are my highest play games. So,
All right.
I like Pokemon.
A lot of hate coming from the left side of the screen.
You know, I think it needs to change. I think it needs to get harder.
You can make it as hard as you want.
Yeah.
You could play the whole game without type advantage. That's pretty dang hard.
I don't. I kind of just
Do it. Like, do it. Just count. Like,
But it's just like an RPG, so if like you grind it up, it's gonna be easy. So you kind of have to enforce the difficulty yourself.
yeah.
or you know, it could be difficulty settings like every other game.
Black 2, White 2 had that, but it's just like the levels are higher. You just have to grind more. It's not.
Yeah.
So you can't make it harder.
But so you're saying this master trainer thing is not going to be hard?
I mean, there's probably just gonna be a bunch of high level Pokemon.
I don't know what.
Gosh.
Phil
Also,
just
I'm never like I
There was
want
a
this
bug
Pokemon
on
game
my-
to be harder because usually I'm just trying to like get through the story to get to the post game. So like that kind
That's
of
what
like
I did
impedes
with-
me.
Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I was like, get out of my way, store. I already beat you once. By the time I went to Ultra Moon, like the third time I did it, I was so done with the Alola story. But
I mean,
really,
I probably won't feel that way for like this game because like I've never played a variant of this game. Well, Yellow is like not really a variant. It's, but yeah, like Ultra Sun Moon, you're kind of like
So
the
what,
first time I went through, I was like, oh, this is cool, but like it's still a lot of the same. So
So what gen is Let's Go?
7.
But it's a remake of Yellow.
yeah, it's the same thing with Omega being
Omega
Gen
Ruby, it's in Gen
6.
6. It's a remake of Gen 3. So it's not. The generation has to do with like what engine is the game on. So like Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire are on the X and Y engine.
I don't know. I'm still gonna say it's Gen 1 Because there's only the original 151 in it.
Yeah, but there's a
there's
Pokemon.
a Alolan. There's Alolan.
And Meltan.
And Meltan. And Poke Safari, so
And you're probably gonna like go through the game and talk to trainers, and they're like, "I'm from Hoenn. I'm from Sinnoh." Like they do that in all the remakes, so it can't be Gen 1.
the tourists.
Yeah.
I don't know. Pokemon will never be hard.
Because actually, that's how I heard you're gonna get some of the Alolan Pokemon. You'll have like trainers from Alola saying, "Do you want to trade? Like I have an Alolan Executor. You want to trade for like a regular one with me?"
I'll trade.
Is that all that happened with Pokemon?
What?
Is that all
What?
that happened with Pokemon? Let's go. Is that the only news that happened
I
this
mean,
week?
that's all we're going to talk about
Yeah.
right now, but I'm sure it'll come up again.
Well, Pokemon might get a hard mode, but probably not. The next thing, there was a story that the CFO of Rockstar said that some of the developers working 100-hour weeks to get Red Dead Redemption done.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking on like Twitter and stuff, and everybody was kind of freaking out about how much work that is. And I don't know. I work in a field where I have very busy times, so it's not that surprising to me. But I don't know. What have you guys ever worked that much in a week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it stinks, but they pay you for your time, and it's a job. Get over it. If you don't like it, quit.
I mean, I'm sure it wasn't like for a prolonged period of time, maybe like a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's like crunch time, dude, to get the game out.
Yeah. Everybody knows that the...
Also, it's like at Rockstar, those like, oh yeah, we were digging ditches by hand to make this game. It's like, no, you're a bunch of nerds sitting in front of 3 monitors with like organic granola and a friggin' foot massager. Like, get over yourself, dude. That's not hard. It's just like painful. I had to work 100 hours at Rockstar, a prestigious software developer. That's like me complaining that like I have to stream. It's like, dude, I'm fortunate enough to have the equipment and like have an audience. Like, you can't complain. You're not allowed to complain.
But can
There's
you
things
imagine...
There's things you can't complain about, and that's one of them.
But can you imagine just working on like a strand of hair for 100 hours a week? Like,
yeah,
they have like one job. Like, there's probably one guy that does, the coats in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other guy does like leaves. Like, that would suck.
I mean, that's your thing. Maybe be better so you don't have to be the leaf guy. Like, that's... I'm sure other choices, like maybe he shouldn't have gone out that night. He had the like history exam, and he would have a better GPA. He wouldn't have to be the leaf guy. So that's what I'm saying. People don't end up places; they choose to go places.
So these people are probably contractors anyway, so they're probably getting laid off after this game releases.
Yeah, sounds like a vacation to me. I should start a YouTube channel.
I just thought it was interesting that people were losing their minds, that people had to work more than 40 hours a week.
I mean, 100 is a lot.
That is a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't think that it's... I think they're working weekends, too. If you think 100 hours for a 5-day week, yeah, that's insane.
Not during
That's
all
20
the,
hours a day, and that's like super unhealthy and not possible. But they're definitely working 7 days a week for whatever 7 divided by...
It was
100
it was like an average
minus
of
2 on
14
weekends.
hours. It was 14 hours a day for 7 days a week. Which that's a lot. That's still a lot, but
yeah, I've done that.
The territory.
If you want to work in a cool field and make leaves, that's what you do.
That's all I got to say for that one.
Yeah, me too. It sucks for them, I guess, but like it's going to be over soon. And then hopefully the game they make doesn't suck.
Which it's probably not, because it looks amazing.
It's going to be terrible.
Wow.
Hey, cowboy. And the horse is gonna like jitter run and like go through the mountain.
What
'Cause
did they
don't-
say about like the horses? They're like they dynamically like poop or something like that when they run.
They also have what is it? Anatomically correct bodies. So if a male horse has
Oh yeah.
things, has Pokeballs.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, well, I had this interesting conversation with Kelsey, and she told me that if the people are riding stallions, so like the big, brute horses,
Yeah.
it's probably not historically accurate because people couldn't afford stallions back then. And stallions were harder to train, so they were using mares or like the eunuch horses. I forget what they're called. The ones without Pokeballs.
The Geniebos?
Wow.
Burned on your own channel. And then I get hung up on.
But yeah. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, he's gone.
Horse Pokeballs. Interesting stuff this week. Anyway, so the N64 Classic leaked a while ago, supposedly, and then this past week, some pictures arose that looked pretty credible, and they have the weird.
The Wii controller port.
The false controller ports.
That thing better be like a piece of rubber and not a piece of plastic. Like bendy. Like that thing's gonna break.
Yeah, it's bendy. It's like the SNES. Classic.
No, it's not really bendy. It's like
Mine are on my TV.
it's like plastic. I don't know.
But it's not like rigid.
I mean the thing is like the
I'm talking about just that little piece that connects it.
oh yeah, that's bendy.
Okay.
I mean it has to be. Like how do you get the controllers in there?
I just thought it was really long.
Well, this is gonna happen, right? But just when, right? When's it gonna happen?
Who wants this?
I do.
I know you do.
This is my first console ever.
This is purely nostalgia driven because the N64 games do not hold up.
That is your opinion. They hold up for me.
That is your opinion.
It is.
See, the thing about his opinion though is that it's fact.
See the SNES and the NES games hold up because
What do you mean by hold up?
like they're playable.
That
And
is
they
an
don't hurt
opinion.
your, they don't hurt your
Yeah, they don't hurt your
But I
eyes.
can play them. I play them and they play fine.
Mario 64 is not like if you play Mario 64 next to like Super Mario World, you'll be like, why the heck would I play Super Mario? Why would
I
play
actually
64?
don't play Super Mario World 3, 1, 2 because I don't
You're
play
so
Mario
wrong.
old 2D games.
But they're the best Mario games.
That is your opinion.
It's a fact.
Oof. Kind of feel like mom just hit daddy at the dinner table.
I don't know. I played Super Mario 64 a while back and it doesn't feel right.
I mean, I played it last year to get hyped for Odyssey on my stream, and the controls were a little wonky, but like there are other N64 games that I enjoy a lot. So
Pokemon Snap,
yep.
Stadium, Zelda 1 and 2,
Banjo, if they can get it.
Banjo. You didn't get Banjo?
No, if
No,
they
if
can
they
get
can
it
get
on
it.
there.
Well, it's already on Red Replay and 16:9 if you want to play it.
yeah, but
I don't have an Xbox.
Oh my gosh, they're like $6 at this point. Just go get one of the first ones.
they could also put I thought it was interesting. They have the memory card slot on the top.
What, the
Like,
original?
The like RAM thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, the RAM
thing.
expansion.
It's on there. Like
Yeah, but
the-
it probably won't open. It'll just to be like
Yeah, it's just like the
like the SNES. Like
the SNES thing doesn't open.
But I guess that means games that needed the RAM could be on there.
Well, yeah, it's 2018.
No, you gotta buy it separate.
What if you need the Rumble Pack separate?
There's definitely gonna be no Rumble Pack.
I don't even remember.
They could
what
probably
games
just
used
they
that.
probably just put it in the controller.
Also, this controller.
Oh god, it's so bad.
It's so bad.
You can play it anyway.
If I could plug in the like Wii Classic controller, I'm totally down.
Mario Party was best on N64.
They had to send out gloves because people were ripping their hands open.
That was just the first one. The first one's like the second one's the best one.
Did any of us get the new one?
I did.
No.
I still haven't played it. I got it the day it came out.
Thank God. Oh man, there's games that I wish I had that have come out. I'm just like, I have spent too much money on games. I didn't think it was possible, but I did it. Like Mega Man 11, I need to have, but I'm not buying it because I can't find the combo pack. I guess that's pretty much it.
I don't know. They'll probably put what 10 games on this thing.
No, like
12.
the SNES had how many?
21.
I'd say like 15.
Star Fox 2 doesn't count. 20.
I'd say like 15, 16.
All right, let's go through it, Cam. Go.
Okay, Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Pokemon Snap. I want Pokemon Stadium, but there's that whole compatibility. Banjo-Kazooie, Mario Kart 64. They'll probably put like Mario. Was it Mario Golf and Tennis?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Mario Party 2.
Why only 2?
Because that's the best one. That's the only one that's ever been on Virtual Console.
We're at 9.
I don't know if they could get Perfect Dark on there.
Maybe.
That's also owned by
What about
Microsoft.
007?
Yeah, GoldenEye.
I don't think they could get GoldenEye. They have to. Who owns the rights to James Bond?
MI6.
They'll probably put Wave Race 64.
Oh yeah, 1080
Pilot
snowboarding.
Wings.
1080 Pilot Wings, Star Fox 64.
I like Star Fox 64, but it's so much better on the 3DS.
Diddy Kong Racing.
Ooh, Diddy Kong. If it has Diddy Kong Racing and it has Mario Tennis and Mario Golf, it's a day one buy for me. All those other games I don't care.
Anyway.
Shut up. That would be an informed day one buy decision and not just I got to have the Nintendo.
I don't know. I don't think they'll be able to get Banjo, and I don't think they'll be able to get Perfect Dark.
I do.
Or GoldenEye.
I do. You want to know why I think so? Because Phil Spencer loves community of video gamers and crossplay and all that. He's like leading the charge in it.
Because
and if Nintendo can get a hold of...
in last place.
Says who?
I don't know. Would you rather
Donkey
Banjo...
Kong 64?
Oh yeah, that would definitely be on it.
Boom, boom, boom.
Would they put Banjo
Paper
2
Mario
or
Downscale nuts and bolts?
Oh,
yeah.
Smash Bros has to be on it, right?
Smash Brothers would be on
Oh
there.
yeah.
Paper Mario, like you said.
There's
Paper
titles.
Mario.
Kirby and the Kirby 64.
No, Yoshi's Island.
Ooh. Ooh, yeah,
No,
that Yoshi's Story,
Yoshi's
right?
Story.
Whatever it's
There's
called.
titles for this thing.
Okay, fine.
But I don't think that like if they only put 21 on the SNES, like how are they gonna put?
I don't.
that many on
Maybe
there?
they're not
Are
gonna.
you talking about Space Wise?
No.
like
Nintendo 64
value-wise.
games are 2 megabytes.
No, like
No,
value
like
wise.
it's gone down. Like NES Classic was 30, and then it was 21 for SNES. So it's probably less games because like they consider these games bigger or something.
But the PS1 classic,
Like
has
content
20
wise,
games.
not size wise.
How much was the SNES Classic? 80 or 100?
80.
Was it 80?
So this will be 100,
Yeah.
and it'll have
It's
the
probably
same number of games.
Also,
It has to be the same price as the PlayStation Classic.
how many
Which is
controllers are you getting with it too?
How many did you get on the SNES? 2?
You got two.
Too. But this one, it has like.
So
Like
the
most
whole
games
thing with
is
64
4.
was like 4 players.
Yeah.
And
So
they,
I think
this
they'll at
picture
least give you
shows
2, right?
Yeah, they'll probably give you 2,
They have
and then
to
they'll
get-
say they'll sell 2 more for $10 each.
20.
$20 each. That's a lot.
Because like N64 was like the king of like couch co-op.
Yeah, because the GameCube was just the leading, just innovating about online play, and Nintendo has continued to set the bar for online play.
Don't
since
forget
It
about-
started.
Don't forget about the Game Boy Advance adapter that you
that was
use
dope.
for Wind Waker.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
weird. GameCube was the
Four
best
Swords
system,
Adventures.
hands down. There isn't a better system than GameCube.
The GameCube was great. GameCube Classic next. I'll pay $200.
Except
for
I'm
that.
at to the point where I don't need that anymore. Like I'm good.
That would
I
be
got-
insane.
I got that.
That would be insanely expensive because all those games are still valuable.
Yeah.
But everybody has like 10 GameCube controllers now.
The thing is, like, I like the GameCube, but I think I played the GameCube way less than my PS2.
I didn't have a PlayStation until 2017.
I was like 2013. Whenever PS4 came out. Or the year after.
I think my parents bought me that because they're like, here, this is also a DVD player. So, more practical than a GameCube.
Yeah, if you get a PS2 Classic when that comes out, is a DVD player.
Oh my god, if that happened. But the thing is, most of the games that I would play have already been HD remade, so I don't know how useful it would be.
I don't know.
What franchise would that be?
Like Kingdom Hearts, Jack and Daxter, Ratchet and
They
Clank.
remade Kingdom Hearts in HD?
Oh, you didn't know?
How many times? Just once?
That was like a one-time exclusive deal, right?
Yeah.
They like open the store doors and they're like, "Here you go, one time only. We're remastering these games."
It's like
And they shut
the
the door.
Disney Vault.
You'll never get to watch The Little Mermaid again unless you buy it right now.
And I'm gonna buy this thing just because now I'm collecting them. I have not played my SNES Classic or my NES Classic for about 6 months.
Can't wait to like come in your stream and you just yelling, "These games don't hold up."
Pretty much.
Mhm.
Or maybe I'll...
You can see the future.
They don't, though. I don't know.
Can you get Mario Golf and tennis on Virtual Console on Wii U?
I'm not sure.
Probably.
Because I might just build my own N64 Classic on my Wii U.
Yeah, but they're like $10 a pop, though.
Yeah, that thing's 100. And I already have controllers for my Wii U.
Yeah, but these are like, the classic controllers that you want the feel.
Super jank controllers that you need 3 hands for.
Yeah, what is the way
The way to hold
the
it,
way to hold it? How?
your left hand goes on like the middle piece with the analog stick, and then you put your right hand on like the face buttons.
Right. And then you put your Pokeballs
most
on
games-
the D-pad.
Most games don't use the D-pad. So like, if you need to use the D-pad, you just shift your hand. But like most games don't use it. So
What
most
about,
of the time you just
What about those weird C buttons?
That's where your Ocarina is.
yeah.
I don't know. That was the worst design controller
Yep.
ever.
It was a toy. That was like it's a Fisher Price toy. Look at all the colors and the diddly doodads. It's got 3 little places to put your hands. Whoa, there comes your Pokemon. Take a picture.
Mario Tennis is on Virtual Console. Mario Golf is not.
Mario Golf's on Virtual.
You okay?
I feel like the GameCube ones are on Virtual Console though.
I already own those.
Oh.
The GameCube ones?
Yeah, like they made like new like Wii control or something for those.
Oh.
SwitchSPOT. Real-time fact checking.
When are they going to shut down the eShop on the Wii U?
Hopefully never.
Yeah, why would they?
If they
do
do,
that?
they need to give us a lot of heads up because I gotta go get a loan.
I don't know. They shut down the Wii. They shut down the Wii recently.
No, it's still open, but you can't add points. It's closing in January.
So you can't buy anything?
No, like
can't.
if you have points in your account, you can, but you can't add like more points with money. It's kind of dumb. I don't even know why it's open still. It's like look at all these games you can't buy.
Spoopy games for Halloween. That's a category.
They still update that? They still have like.
I don't think they add games.
Dang.
They probably just like reorganize it.
I heard
on
Donkey
holidays.
Kong Tropical Freeze is not on there anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they took it off.
Shady. All right. Well,
I
N64
agree.
Classic next year. Or later
buy it.
this year.
They might want to try and compete with the PS1 Classic.
I mean, it's a little too late. Like, we're in mid-October now.
When was this SNES Classic announced?
That was like the summer because it was released end of September.
I mean, that's not very far away from announcement.
Maybe, yeah, that's true. But
Mario Golf is on here.
It is? Didn't pop up
is
here.
it the GBA one, though?
No, I'm 64.
That's the one
Mario
with those
Golf.
two
There's
weird...
Mario Golf 64 and the Advanced Tour one.
That's the one with the
Wikipedia
two weird
lies.
kids, right?
Well, I know that's the Game Boy Color one. That's the one I had, and I loved it. It was like an RPG. It was so much fun.
I don't know. I thought there was like these weird... There's a girl and a boy.
Yeah, I think that's true. That was true in the Game Boy Color one. I'm sure it's true in the sequel.
We need a new Mario Golf. I mean, we had it on...
Yeah, no, we definitely do.
3DS, but-
The one for 3DS is sick.
But HD Mario Golf would be amazing.
I mean, we got tennis.
We did get
Would
tennis.
you play it for more than 1 hour?
Well, all right. So
I definitely would. Mario
played-
Golf is one of my favorites.
I played tennis for like 6 hours, and that game is disappointing.
I still play tennis.
It's just so jank. Like, well, it's not jank. It's just unbalanced. Like you can't
Yeah, it's
really
a little.
play online without facing a boo that you can't hit the ball back from.
I log in once a month to get my character.
Yeah, me too. I got Birdo. I haven't
too.
tried the new co-op mode.
I haven't
so-
used Birdo. I haven't even used Birdo. I just once I got Diddy Kong, I was like, I got him.
And then there's another character coming in November.
Do we know who it's going to be?
I don't know.
Shy? What do we have, Shy Guy?
We do have Shy Guy. Wait, maybe we don't. I don't know. There was like that update in the last direct,
Yeah, I think I'm remembering
and
that.
there's like co-op challenges, and I don't know.
Do. That's a good game. It doesn't get enough love. None of the golf games ever get enough love.
Because they're not that fun.
The golf games are fun. The 3DS one I put like 30 hours into, just playing tournaments.
I've just never really been into any kind of sports game.
It's just so chill. Like, I don't know. It's competitive, but it's also chill.
I'm into it. I'm also IRL like an amazing golfer. So when I can like play in a video game and like bring my skills and talents down to like a normal level, and like I'm not just blowing my competition out of the water, it just feels good to like, you know, be amongst the humans again. I don't know.
All right. I got one more topic on here. I don't have a picture for it, though. But it's my favorite topic of the night.
If we're not talking about 3DS, we're talking about...
What?
Aren't you going to say it?
Oh, digital.
Digital versus physical.
Digital is better than physical. Confirmed. There was... I guess there was some sales released, and Call of Duty Black Ops 4 came out over the weekend, if you didn't know. And it sold the least amount of copies physically that it did in 11 years, but it sold the most digital copies ever for Activision launch.
So what I would say to sum up those numbers is that what I said offline is that kids are wising up and they don't want to have to involve their parents every time they get an M-rated game. So now, like, the credit cards are already set up on the account, and they're like, "Hey, mom and dad, the new Call of Duty game's out. Can I have it?" And they're like, "Sure." And that way, when Call of Duty shows up on their credit card statement, it doesn't go in red ink, M for mature, and like the lady at GameStop doesn't go, "Is your son old enough to play this game? It's rated M for mature. It's got guns in it." Like, they avoid that whole conversation so that their parents don't even really have to think about what it is that their children are doing. Not that they do anyways.
I agree with that 100%.
That has never stopped them before from buying M-rated games.
If you go to GameStop and try and buy an M-rated game, they're like, "I can't sell this to you."
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that Call of Duty has been the highest selling game for the past 10 years.
Right.
Yeah.
And a lot of that is physical copies. Like, if they're going to get the games, it doesn't matter. Like, you think people...
What I'm more interested in is how much of a shift is this from last year? Because it doesn't really sound like... Is it like all of the copies last year were physical and now they're all digital? It doesn't sound like it's actually that.
Well, I think what actually happened is the story came out that you needed a 50 gig download, like, to update this game, even if you got it physically. And people just decided, hey, I'm just going to preload it digitally so I don't have to wait when I put the disc in and it has to install.
Yeah, it takes a whole day now.
Yeah. So I think that's more of the issue. But I believe, I think a lot of the stuff is shifting towards a digital medium instead of physical.
I like what Chelsea said. It's the laziest way to buy games. Of course, it sells better.
Yeah.
But you could also order it from Amazon and get it.
Yeah, but you're not going to get it at the moment it comes out.
Or go to Walmart at midnight.
That's like exciting sometimes to like go to the store and buy it. Because I remember going to when Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire and Smash Bros came out on the same day. Like, I went to GameStop at midnight to get it. It was really cool. You could like talk to people and hang out.
I bought Odyssey at midnight and I got this free hat.
I got Odyssey and was able to play right at midnight because I preloaded it.
I played it at 9:15. It didn't really affect me at all. Also, when you get Mario Golf on the 64, you only get to start with these 4 characters? What is this nonsense?
You bought it.
What is it? Well, 4 characters and 2 of them aren't even Mario characters. One of them's name is Plum, and the other one's name is Charlie. And then you can be Baby Mario or Peach. It's like the absolute worst starting lineup I've ever heard. 2 characters that aren't Nintendo characters, and also auxiliary.
Plum is gonna be in Smash Brothers. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Plum for Smash. How do you unlock more characters in this game? I guess I can play it later, but I'm just curious. Asking for a friend.
I've never played Mario Golf, so I don't know.
Me either.
You will when it comes out in 64. Classic.
There are games.
Now I don't need it because I have this thing now.
I haven't played that much of the SNES Classic, but I haven't played 90% of those games.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably a few I haven't played, but I've probably played only 1 or 2 of the NES Classics games.
Oh yeah, I didn't play like any of those. Those do not hold my attention.
On the Switch?
Oh yeah, I haven't played the Switch one since the day it was released.
Also, with like digital, I feel like I liked having like the games because then I can make like videos about like, this is my collection. I can actually hold a physical box up to a camera instead of like, I guess I have this game downloaded.
I could show all my games on the screen.
I just posted a picture to Discord of every single one of my physical Pokemon games. If you guys wanted to check that out, it's pretty cool. I laid them out.
Like Pokemon is the game I will never buy digital. I always want it physical.
Because then your little guys are in there. Your little monsters are in there for sure.
I don't have space. Well, I mean, I do have space, but
yes, you do.
I don't want to put it in.
I don't want to have space.
Like I don't want to
buy. Just buy like one of these, and it has like all your games in it.
But then I don't know. It's just I love just being able to say, "Hey, I want to play that game right now."
The show and tell part of it.
I just want to click on the game that I want to play, and it'd be good to go. Not have to.
But like, I like having like if it's my 3DS or like my Switch. I just have a case for my Switch that has like a bunch of games in it, so like I can just take out the game and put a new one in. Like I don't have to. Like it's not that much effort to do that.
Unless you're on a plane and you're holding like a bag and like 2 other bags, and then Kat's like, "Can you hold my coffee?" And I'm like, I'm dropping Mario Kart.
Then you probably shouldn't be playing games if you're holding that many things.
I've seen multiple accounts of people losing their Switch carts because they're teeny weeny little things.
What?
What about your teeny weeny?
I've seen a lot of people lose Switch carts. I don't lose Switch carts because I don't have any.
Yes.
I have one.
I don't know. People lose everything.
Yeah.
People lose their car keys. Cars are huge.
The keys aren't that big, though.
Don't poke holes in my argument.
But if you lose your car keys, you could always get another car key.
Hey, just get another car.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you fix your problems.
How is Nintendo's like say like someone like stole my Switch or something and I have like all digital games, like can I just get those back?
Yeah, you just re-download them.
You have to call them though.
No, you don't. No, you just transfer your
That's
account.
what I had to do. Well, because my account was stuck on my old 3DS, and I was just like, "Yo, I lost this in a cab," and they're like, "Well, we'll only do this for you once ever, so you got to be sure." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's gone."
But I think with the new cloud saves and stuff, you could just put your account onto a new Switch,
and all the licenses for those games are just there.
Yeah, you just go to the eShop and download them all. You just have to tell it that it's your primary console now, and then it doesn't allow you to use the other ones. The only thing you'll lose your save data, but you would lose that anyway if you had physical games.
Well, no, Switch the save data is on the system, not on the cartridge.
Yeah, but you said if you lose your Switch.
Well, aren't the saves in the cloud anyway?
Yeah. So it doesn't matter for digital or physical. If you lose a Switch cart, you can't tell Nintendo, "Hey, I bought this game and I lost it. Can you send me another one?" At least I don't think you can.
No, you can't. Because you could just lie.
Just take care of your stuff.
Yeah.
I lost a game when I was a kid, and I never lost another one because it was like upsetting. My parents were like, "That sucks." So then I just didn't ever lose another game ever again. I bought cases for them and travel kits. Then I didn't lose things. I think everybody in their lifetime should lose a game.
I think I lost Pokemon
makes
Yellow.
You appreciate it. I lost Conker's Pocket Tales on the Game Boy Color. Rebought it as an adult. It's the worst game ever made. Do not buy that game. It's so bad. The funny thing about that game, totally random topic, is that if you put it in a Game Boy Pocket, it's different. It's a different game. And then if you put it in a Game Boy Color, and you can only choose to play it in Pocket or Color mode. So like if you start a save data on Pocket, you can't play Game Boy Color. They're like, you have a Game Boy Pocket game going. Do you want to erase it and start a Game Boy Color game? And it's crazy. It's totally different. It's just weird. I don't know of any other game that did that.
That is odd.
Wasn't there I don't know if it was about like saves, but it was like a Donkey Kong game that like it was for the Game Boy one, and then if you played it in a Super Game Boy and the SNES, it had like better sound and music and like
the Donkey Kong 1994 for Game Boy. Yep. It had Super Game Boy data on the cartridge. So like cool. you put it in your Super Game Boy, it'd be in color, it'd have custom,
and like you'd actually hear like, was it Pauline or something? She'd actually
you could hear Pauline in the Game Boy game, but I think the file that they would play on the Super Nintendo was like different and better.
Yeah,
super interesting. These Game Boy facts are amazing. I wish I knew more of them because that's so cool and weird.
Are you talking about that weird cartridge that goes in the SNES, and then you put the Game Boy?
Super Game Boy. That's not a weird cart. That was like a massively popular peripheral.
I never had it, so it must have been that popular.
Well, did you have a Game Boy at that time?
I did. I had a Game Boy Pocket.
Did you have parents that loved you?
Bought me a Game Boy, so yeah.
I think it was the selling point for the Game Boy, Super Game Boy in my house was that like, oh, we could play, all three of us boys could play Game Boy together on the TV.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Even though all the games are still definitely one player. But the fact that like you could be playing, but then like somebody else could be like drawing the, you know, the wallpaper on the side. It was on the TV, so it was just like a family thing. That thing's sweet. I still have mine. Surprise.
Game Boy. I actually do have my Game Boy Color and Game Boy Pocket still.
What are your colors?
I got, hold on, let me get it. I got lime green.
Oh, is that the one I have? No, yours is probably lighter than mine.
Teal Game Boy Color.
Oh, I guess you won't be able to see it.
No.
Nope, can't see it. But it's lime green.
It's the one that's a little bit more yellowy, right? Less bluey, more yellowy.
Yeah, and then I got the see-through pocket one.
Oh, it's like kind of purpley.
Yeah. Oh, it's not even purple. Really. It's just.
I guess the Game Boy Color see-through one was kind of purple, right?
Yeah, I had the purple see-through Game Boy Advance.
I literally have one Game Boy game.
What is it?
It's TJ Lavin's Ultimate BMX.
Oh my god, that sounds so bad.
I have no idea. I used to have a whole bunch of Game Boy games, but you know,
I sold like my whole collection. I'm rebuying it.
Dang.
I had all the boxes, flipping mint.
Yeah, I probably sold them for like books or something, like an idiot.
Yeah, I sold mine for books too.
You don't have to do that. We all get it.
Books.
You sold it for Cheetos.
Books.
But I used to have a Game Boy Advance. I don't know what happened to that.
I sold mine.
And I had like the old school DS, you know, the big gray one.
I didn't have that one. I started with the DS Lite. But I sold that one to get the DSi.
Yeah, I also had a DS Lite. No, I had a DSi.
I bought a Game Boy Advance recently, and I made a mistake, which I told you guys about.
Yeah, he bought the bad one.
It's the bad one. It's just like I'm playing the other one, where you have to hold it at a certain angle for it to look good. And I'm like, that was what I was trying to avoid. But at least you can like still do that in the dark. But like if you hold it at a certain angle, it actually looks pretty good. But if you're holding it straight on, it's just like white light in your eyeballs and shot directly under the pixels. And you're just like, how did anyone think this technology was good?
Ooh, frontlit screens.
I know, it's bad. So bad. It's like they put in one of those like an accessory into it. It's like they didn't think about like, oh, how could we like make this a thing? They're like, no, let's just put an accessory on top. So dumb. So this time next year, I will have replaced it because I don't know how long I'm going to allow that thing to be in my collection.
How much was it?
How much was it? Less than 40.
That's still pretty high for a system that old.
I don't know. People love Game Boy Advance.
I want to find a Game Boy Micro. Those things are kind of cool.
Dude, I don't think I could even see it. I spend too much of my day-to-day looking at things that are micro, so I don't really need to get
I don't even
a game.
know what that means.
I get, Switch cartridges and DS cartridges. They're small. They're micro.
The micro was cool. It's
medically micro.
It came out like after the DS, and it was just like, why do I need this? My DS plays all Game Boy Advance games, and the micro only plays Game Boy Advance games.
Did the DS Lite have the Game Boy Advance thing?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I know the original did. But that thing was like a tank.
Yeah.
It's gigantic. I don't know. But that's all I got for topics tonight. I'm going to talk about what you bought recently or playing.
I don't think I've bought anything since. Nope, lies.
You just bought on the stream.
Yeah. So, guys, I recently just bought Mario Golf on the 64 while we were sitting here. But I also bought a bunch of more of those DS converted replacement cases. So I'm trying to get them like here and there. So I bought like Pokemon Red version, Blue version, Yellow version, Super Mario 6 Golden Coins, Pokemon Heart Gold version, and I got like one other one, I think. Oh, and I got a blank one because nobody makes the Wario Land one, so I'm gonna have to print my own cover. But yeah, I've been, because I don't like those little, like those cartridges are from the 90s and they've been just floating around. I try to put them on like the top of my shelf, but like, I have a cat. So like 2 weeks later, they're like all on the ground. And it's just like, man, I really would be super upset if like after 20 years, my Game Boy Pokemon Red cartridge broke. Like that would be devastating to me. So
did the battery die? Has the battery died?
The battery died in my gold version, and I thought that meant it was broken.
No,
So
I actually replaced mine a few years ago, but like I lost all my childhood saves.
Yeah, all your good pokes. So yeah, I need a physical version of either gold, silver, or crystal, and a physical version of fire red and leaf green, and I will have a physical version of each game from each gen. That'll be exciting for me. And Pokemon Pinball. I also need to get Pokemon Pinball. What's it called? Pokemon Pinball Advanced?
Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire.
Okay, I need to get that too.
What about Pokemon TCG?
Own it.
You probably haven't played the Pokemon Ranger games. Those are fun.
Are they? What are they're not Mystery Dungeon. What's Ranger?
No, it's like you're a ranger, and what you have to do is capture Pokemon by like drawing circles around them, and like they basically have this like HP bar, and you like draw circles around them. If they touch it, it like breaks your chain or whatever, and then like you temporarily have them, and then you can use them for like attacks in like the overworld to like get rid of like environmental
cut.
Like cut like HMs basically.
Mm-hmm.
And if you find a version that hasn't been like played, you can get mana fee off of it.
Word. But it has to be sealed.
Or the person didn't collect the mana fee, because like you have to beat the game and then the mission for that opens. But if it's been played, most likely someone's already claimed the mana fee. Even if you reset the save file, it doesn't reset the mana fee.
That's annoying.
Oh, that is.
Yeah.
That's odd. How they set it? How they could set it up like that?
The Japanese imports are cheap. No game. Japanese.
Well,
Because I played the first and second one, and I haven't played the third one yet. I'm gonna play that.
I'm on eBay right now.
No.
Pokemon Ranger by artist not provided. What? What does that even mean? You can get it no case for 12. Where's the CIB? Genuine, authentic.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You don't know how to buy games on eBay? Come
I
on.
don't really buy. No, I don't.
He doesn't buy physical games.
Especially not for old systems.
All right, Pokemon Ranger DS 2006, case and cart only, fast free ship, $12.99.
Bought, right?
Well, I got a message.
You'll know all the Pokemon. There's no. It's only up to Gen 3 in that one.
Yay! I'll message the guy and be like, "Is this authentic?" And he'll be like, "Why? Who's asking?" And I'll be like, "A guy who doesn't want repros. Any DLC should soon be already used." What?
I think that's the Manaphy thing. I don't know. Cam, do you buy
Also, if
anything?
you are one who is very concerned without quality of manuals or cover art, please ask questions before buying. I will no longer accept returns for complaining about manual or cover.
This guy got burned, man.
Yeah. Don't sell crappy product, bro. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Camilo, sorry. What are you doing? What are you playing?
I just bought The World Ends With You. Decided to play that. I also actually bought these like cover plates. More obviously. For my 3DS. They're really cool.
What is that? Kyogre?
Yeah, Kyogre and Groudon.
What?
Are they red and blue? They are red and blue.
Yeah, it's like
right?
the top one's red see-through and the bottom one's blue see-through.
Yeah.
What is that for? Which the 3DS
The new
XL?
3DS, not the XL.
Dude, whatever happened to that one? Like, they brought out with all those cover plates, and then they never actually.
Because it was more
Yeah.
popular in Japan, and it wasn't really popular here. So like they thought America, like everything XL, we sell XL only here.
Well,
In
they
America,
keep it here,
they
though.
have very big systems. So South Park reference, and I'm going to no longer say that again. Don't quote South Park on your PG podcast.
No, because
Note
like
to self.
I bought the 3DS just for the capture card, and when I bought it, they only had like the boring, like it was like black and white Mario. I mean, I wanted to get like a new set of cover plates for a while, and I was on eBay and I saw this was like $20, and was like, this is usually like $40, so I was like, I'm gonna get it.
Nice.
I am actually getting a physical game tomorrow.
What could it be?
I'm getting Starlink, Battle for Atlas.
Is that
Why
going to be
physical?
good?
I don't know.
It
It got,
comes with toys to life.
Oh, toys.
yeah, I got the Switch bundle, like the starter pack or whatever. It has Star
See, that's the
Fox.
thing about digital. You can never get like a special edition of a digital with like goodies in it and stuff. Like
Yeah, but there's digital special editions. Like
what, with
I
all
don't
the
need,
DLC.
Like I don't need like I don't know like a CD. I don't need that. I won't ever listen to it.
But the CDs are cool, like, or it has like an art book or like
I will never look at it.
pins.
I just want
The art book for Xenoblade, even though I wish that game was better, is very, very cool. All the stuff that comes with the special edition of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is very cool. It's just unfortunate that the game is a 4 out of 10.
The game's not that bad. It's just
It's terrible. That's the worst part is that I'm too used to following like a good compass in a game that will like direct you where you need to go. And like there's just like too many like, oh yeah, go this way, and then you hit like a cliff and the thing you need to go to is like under a cliff, and like I don't know. I hate it.
What's the phrase that Rex says constantly?
I like your attitude. And he says
I
something
think
else
they
too.
changed some of the audio. Like they updated that. They patched that out.
Did they really? Because
I
it was
think-
awful.
I think one of the enemies, one of the enemies was like, "Do you remember me?" or something. Like he kept saying that. Do you remember?
No.
Just play Ni no Kuni instead of Xenoblade Chronicles. It's better.
I like the whole.
Pyra.
I like the blade. I like the blade aspect of it.
No,
like
the combat system's really cool. Like the driver and the blade.
I wish just the overworld was really simplified, and that the story was like, just like you don't need to say as many things to get your point across. And anime doesn't get that.
I wish some of these games didn't have like 8-hour long tutorials.
Dude, the tutorial in Xenoblade is like 40 hours long.
Never ends.
It doesn't end. It's
Never
still going.
ends.
I don't know how many hours I sunk into that game, but it's not over yet.
Are you still gonna try and beat it or no?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's terrible, but I like it.
No, but people are saying they patched out I like your attitude. And, you know, if I could just find the right guide to get me through the spot I'm stuck at. Because I can get through the spot I'm stuck at, and then I'll play for like 3 hours and have a really good time, and then I'll like get stuck again. And then it just really takes away your like momentum. And you're like, I could collect blades, or I could collect Thundercat. Four more days.
I was really into Octopath Traveler when that came out. I put like 10 hours into it, and then I just kind of stopped.
I'm like halfway. I'll finish it.
I also I got the new Call of Duty. It's actually really good. I've been enjoying it a lot.
When you turn on your Xbox, does it start to smell like sulfur?
Dude, my Xbox... I don't know if it's my Xbox, but it freezes a lot. Like
mine does too. It's garbage.
I'm playing for like, I don't know, 20 minutes.
Oh, your game freezes?
Yeah, the game locks up.
My like home screen and all that navigation stuff is terrible and always locks up. But when I'm in the game, it runs pretty good.
Well,
I've never had a problem in game.
I think it's because I'm playing this. I'm doing online split screen. Like when I'm playing by myself, it's fine. Like it doesn't freeze, but
it feels about the same.
Yeah, but when what?
What?
No.
Continue your story.
But when I'm playing split screen, it locks up after every couple matches.
That's bad.
It's annoying.
Well, it's new. They'll probably patch it.
Yeah, but I'm like, this shouldn't happen. I got the Xbox One X. Like, it shouldn't be crap.
I mean, you can put as much CPU, GPU into a system as you want, but once you put that Ethernet cord into a router, all hope is lost.
But it's not the internet. It like the game locks up. And I have to
because the game doesn't know what to do because
it's getting no data, get no pinpoints.
I don't know. I don't think it's my internet.
I'm sure they'll patch it out. I doubt, because it's a week 1, right, for that game?
Yeah, it just came out last week.
Yeah, they don't release games that are complete anymore. they sell us beta and then they finish the game and sell us the endings as DLC.
Blackout's pretty good though. It's better than PUBG.
Let me buy the whole game at once.
Yeah, I know. Or that, just to get on the thing because we love to talk about the same 3 things every podcast. I would just rather buy a game for $100 than $60 in a season pass. Just shut up and take my money.
But see, like me, most games I usually don't play DLC, so I'm like, I'm good afterwards. So.
But what if you bought a season pass with Pokemon and there was 4 exclusive Pokemon each gen? Would you buy it then?
That would cause people to go insane.
Well, usually games that I buy DLC for, I'm just gonna buy all the DLC. So I would just buy it all up front and then I pay at once.
What if?
So you buy the season pass up front, so then you do pay like $80 up front or whatever?
Well, yeah, that's what you want.
But then
I want to pay $100.
Right, I said that. But what I'm also saying is that I don't want to like wait for the content to come out. Like, just sell it all at once.
But that's what keeps people, because a lot of people will play the game and they'll be like, I'm not going to play the game now until the new DLC comes out. So like it keeps interest in the game.
Well, then they could do what Mario does, and they release
Never
like,
release content.
But then you might
well,
think
do,
like if it's all at
for free.
if it's all at once, maybe the people who played the beginning game and then played the DLC, like when the DLC comes out, that's like news. Like, oh, the DLC's out. That might get people to buy the game.
Like Breath of
It's
the
like
Wild.
still relevant. It's like extending the lifespan of the game. Or if it was like all at once, everyone's gonna play it and then that's it.
All right, fine. I understand. I'm sorry.
I always buy the season pass and then I forget about it.
You are like the best consumer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the
I want to
ideal person.
open. I just want to open up a company that like says they make games, and I'll sell them to people like John. And then by the time they realize that like it's not actually a game, like the shell company has already closed, and I've moved on to like another shadow organization to sell fake software.
You know what has been annoying me though?
Is it me?
No, but I bought Assassin's Creed Odyssey, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there is DLC for like everything, like microtransactions. Like you buy horse armor, you buy boats, you buy armor, you buy XP, and just nickel
Fun.
and
I'm
diming
gonna
everything.
pay to have the game played for me.
Pretty much.
I would pay $5 to have all those menus be hidden from me forever.
All the Assassin's Creed menus.
Yeah,
Like-
all the like
like
microtransactions.
Oh,
Like, I don't even want to see what they would want to have sold me. I just don't want to see it. Because then you can like in your brain you can associate like, oh well, now I'm gonna do this one thing that I know is gonna take me 3 hours, but like say IRL my time is worth like X number of dollars per hour, but I know that I could just go get this, just spend like 1/8 that to, you know, my brain would start doing that math and being like, well, I'm wasting my time. And then I don't want to get to a point where I'm like playing and having fun and being like, well, I'm not optimizing, I'm not min-maxing. That's frustrating.
I know I don't have to buy the microtransactions, but sometimes I want to.
They're tempting.
The one turns your horse into a Pegasus.
I thought that was just a thing you could get.
You could buy it.
Pegasus. Can you find it?
I don't know if you can find it, but you could definitely buy it.
I don't know if you can do it, but they'll definitely sell it to you. For sure.
But that, I don't know, it's tempting. But it's also, but I shouldn't complain because I paid probably $300 in Fortnite.
How many wins you got, bro?
Like 35.
That's like $10 a win.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Oh, did you? I don't know if you saw this. You sign up for it, but there's a supported creator thing for Fortnite.
I saw that.
And the way it works is like, say you or I, Phil, because we would be eligible since we have over 1,000 subscribers on a platform and have streamed Fortnite in the past 30 days. You could have people say, "Hey, I want to support Phil Phantastic through Fortnite," and if they spend any V-Bucks or any money, you'll get a portion of that.
Well, I'm a Fortnite streamer now.
I applied for it. I have not heard back yet, though.
I'm not sure that they're going to give it to somebody who just like shizzes all over their game when they're playing it. Stupid baby game.
When have I said that for Fortnite?
I don't know. It's you saying about everything, so it's hard to tell.
I don't know. There's a lot of baby games out there. Kirby.
Why are
is one
baby
of them,
games bad?
because they're not fun. I just need a challenge.
Sometimes I need to like chill out. Just
Play
get
golf.
through a game.
There you go. Play golf.
I like chill games. I like, but they have to have some type of challenge to keep my brain in it. Like Kirby, you could just fly
I'm not
over
really
everything.
into Kirby, but
Yoshi could do the same thing. Like, you don't.
I'm gonna be a Yoshi. That's me fun.
think
And
it's
I
gonna
don't care if I
be way
float
too
through the whole
easy.
level.
And I know people are like, it's hard to get everything, but then it's like 40 minutes a level. Who wants to spend 40 minutes in one Yoshi level?
Probably somebody's sister.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. So a little girl who loves Yoshi would probably spend 40 minutes inside of a yarn world full of Yoshis. Not to, assign gender roles to video game characters, but, somebody who's into arts and crafts who likes Yoshi.
Oh, speaking of baby games, they added a baby mode to the original Legend of
I
Zelda.
did see that, yeah.
So there's a
Where?
version on the NES. The
one
NES
in
games
the
on
online
the
that
Switch.
says SP. It's like Zelda SP.
It's a special edition, but they just give you like all these rupees, all the items and stuff. So you don't really have to do anything. You just have to kind of walk through the game.
Well,
I like
mean,
that.
that game is pretty obtuse
It is, but
for
I mean,
the
like
modern gamer.
they don't have to give you everything. Like they could maybe put a map, like a.
Well, how about just don't play it?
No, I'm just saying, like, why does everything have to be?
I don't know.
Simple.
Probably people want to experience The Legend of Zelda, and like they don't want to have to play at like NES standards. They like
Yeah, like what if
they want to just beat the game. And that game you don't necessarily have to beat in any order, right?
no?
But the whole point of that game is to explore and find things.
Yeah, but like kids who did not grow up with a game like that will be like, this game is like, I'm completely lost. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's how Breath of Wild is. It doesn't give you any.
Yeah, but it has
direction.
systems
Yeah.
that people are used to, like mini maps and maps and inventory systems
and
that
like
are
markers
easy to navigate.
that tell you where to go.
Yeah.
Like that, you just get thrown into the wild and like you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So I mean,
You can't even catch your breath. Of the wild. in the wild.
But you don't even have to like. I don't know. You don't even have. That's not the point of that game. Like.
Then it's not for you. Don't play it.
The dungeons are.
Then
not
don't
the
play
point of
that version. Then don't play that version.
I just don't understand why they have to do it.
Because people, I just said it. Like people probably want to play it and don't want to have to like play a game at like NES difficulty because like no games are like that anymore.
So, you
Yeah.
think,
So like some kid who's like not even some kid, some like 18-year-old right now didn't come up with the NES or even the SNES. So like they don't know what it's like to be dropped into something with two buttons and like no idea what you're supposed to do. Everything has been hand-holdy since then.
So do you think Dark Souls should have an easy mode?
Yeah.
So do you think
It's a mode. It's not
do
like
you think competitive
mandatory.
Pokemon should be easier?
But that's
No, I think that they should implement systems in the game where it teaches it to you, but I don't think that it should be any different.
Oh, what?
I
I don't
think that
understand
you
the
should-
difference. I don't understand why could
But
one
competitive
game be
Pokemon's not like
easier?
it's not like a mode. It's just
Yeah,
like that's what
it's just a
people have
thing you can
developed.
do.
Yeah.
But I think that now that it's pretty like there is a scene with rules and like things you should do, how you breed, how you get your EVs. Like I think that at least the game should be like, oh, do you want to play competitively? And like you can go talk to like Professor Hardcore Oak, and then he'll be like, oh, like this is what you have to do, and like it does take 1,000 hours. So like maybe it's not for you, and he's like really.
But like the rules of competitive, it's not like it's something that the developers intended. It's what people came up with.
But now
Like, all of the
know
tiers, like
how to
PU,
do it.
NU, OU, that's not like that was not to be an intention of the game. Like people just came up with that. So it's not the developer's job to teach you that.
But now that's there, so it wasn't the developer's job to handhold you through Zelda 1. But now they know that it's difficult for modern gamers, so why not make it easier? Why not simplify it?
It's pretty simple
I
right
feel
now.
like that was a shoestring comparison. I feel like that was pretty weak.
I don't think so. I don't think so because
It's
I
pretty
feel
like
you can't
that's
have
not-
you can't be saying something should be easier. Like it's okay to make something easier, but then you're saying no, we can't make this easier because it's something that I've put a lot of time into.
but like with people saying like, oh, competitive is hard. Like you could just
go play the browser game.
Well, no, it's just like
So that's how
the
Zelda
act
should
of
be
like
then.
getting like competitive pokes. It's like they've tried so hard to make it so much easier, and I think they've made it a lot easier in the past like 3 generations. Because like in gens like 3, 4, 5, it was like impossible. Like you had to like know like so much, but in Gen 6 it made it a lot easier with like the hordes and the Destiny Knot became a better item.
Mm-hmm.
Like even with like the SOS, if you do SOS, you do like a 30 SOS chain, like you're guaranteed a Pokemon with 4 IVs already.
Which is insane.
Oh.
All I'm saying, John, is that it's not a bad thing to have an extra mode. They didn't take away the original game, they added something.
So wouldn't it be a bad thing to make competitive Pokemon more accessible?
No, you're changing it. I'm saying
No,
they're
it's the
adding
same
a
thing.
mode.
It's the same thing.
No, that's not the same thing.
You're making something easier on both sides. It's the same
I'm not.
thing.
No. Just because you're louder doesn't mean you're right.
It's the truth. Like, why? I don't understand why it's okay to make something easier.
Because if you make that easier, it's not harder anymore. It's just easier. This is adding a mode. You can still play the hard version if you want. This is just adding. The other one's replacing.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It's the same thing.
How? You just like don't want to be wrong.
No, you guys don't want to be wrong. You're
How
like,
is adding and replacing?
No,
the
it's
same
completely different.
no, it's not. You're making it.
Say a different game so that you can take out the bias.
Dark
So
Souls.
use a different example.
So you think Dark Souls should be easier?
I think you could have an easy mode in Dark Souls,
Yeah,
just like in
then you
Zelda
take
when they
away
give you all the
normal
GD
modes or hard
items,
modes.
So do you think?
and that wouldn't affect the competitive scene in any way because you couldn't take your baby
fighting
mode
games,
character
fighting
into
games
PvP.
Don't have this issue because everybody has the same thing accessible from the get-go.
Yeah, but it's not like when you go online in Pokemon, it's not like, oh, it's not fair. They put more time into it than you.
But it's not that they're better at battling. They just have more time to make a Pokemon with, I don't know.
Kinda, but it's also
IVs.
you have to remember that it's an RPG still.
Yeah.
Like you
not just
still,
like
it's not just choose a character and go. Like you still have built your character to the specifications that you want. Like there are things that you can do, but like you can choose to like go a little bit more special defense heavy, but you don't necessarily have to. So like there isn't like a set.
It allows more
thing.
personalization because like let's say they could add a mode like this. They could just have like, well, it wasn't like Pokemon Stadium. They just have like where you have like this set of this Pokemon that you can pick and fight someone else with. But the problem with that is everyone knows what that Pokemon is like. So like let's say like I made my own Pokemon, but I raised it like the complete opposite of like how everyone else raises it. So when someone fights it, they're expecting something
else.
Yeah. Like I did that. I have like a Malamar that like everyone thinks like, oh, I'm just gonna knock this out. But I put like all of the special defense I could in it, and like you can't knock it out. It's like assault vest, like all HP, all special defense, where most people do like attack and like HP or something like that. No assault vest.
Because it's your team, man, that you built. You've crafted it.
But it doesn't matter unless you have like the perfect stats. Why would I need why can't I just put moves on that I think would be helpful and then go with that?
I mean, you could play casual like that. Sure. You could probably beat all your viewers like that.
I just think it's should be more accessible.
I feel like that's the antithesis of your point.
The IVs are for like, it's for saying like not all Pokemon are the same. if they all have the same IVs, like let's say they were all perfect, they're like all the same Pokemon.
Then why? I mean, that's how fighting games are.
But it's not a fighting game; it's an RPG.
Yeah.
But it should be balanced like a fighting game.
Then go play Pokken.
It's just not. It's just like if I wanted to be competitive in like a fighting game, I just have to load up, pick a character I want to use, and then
get good.
And then go. But Pokemon, you gotta like, I don't know, kill all these Magikarps and then hatch a million eggs.
It's not a million. Whenever I do, I like hatch way more eggs when I do shinies than I do competitive. I hatch like 10 eggs maybe.
How, Camilo, to ease his anger, how long do you think from step 0 would it take you to get a competitive like Pokemon, just stat wise? Just IVs and EVs, like no moves learned or anything like that.
Wait, just the Pokemon? No, I didn't even EV train it yet.
No, so you are
level
EV
it up to 50.
It.
I have to level up.
Yeah.
To 52.
So you have to level up to 50 to EV train it.
Okay. Well, no, because like if you want to play on the battle spot is not going to level you up to 50.
Okay. So you got to be
say like
to hit it.
Like an hour and a half, 2 hours
to get one competitive.
I usually do multiples at once, so like I save time. But
so
like
John,
I'll EV train multiple at once, and that saves a lot of time.
Do you think, John, that it takes more than an hour and a half or less than an hour and a half to master Yoshimitsu and Soul Calibur?
More, but that's not the point though, because you can't just because you have a good Pokemon doesn't make the battle good.
Okay, this is what I do. I EV train, and then like I haven't Pokemon competitively, so I'm gonna like go to the battle tree or maybe do like a few battles, and I'll lose a lot of the first ones because I'm like still trying to figure out like what kind of hits it can take, how much damage does it put out. So it like takes me like a few battles to realize like what the best like way to use it is.
I don't know. I don't think I'm ever gonna budge on this. So
I just feel like you were just complaining about Zelda being, and then you were like, and that's dumb. It shouldn't be easier.
And then you're like, Pokemon should be easier.
And then you said Pokemon should be easier. And then we were like, why? And you were like, so it's more accessible. And then we were like, but that's why Zelda is being made easier, so it's more accessible.
But that's my point too. Why? Is
and
it
then
okay?
You were just like, that's dumb.
But that's my point too. Why would it be any different for have Pokemon more accessible?
I don't have a problem with them making like EVs or IVs like easier,
more visible.
Yeah, but like it's still, I don't think you should just be able to like, oh, I'm gonna use any Pokemon, doesn't matter, use this one. Oh, it's good.
Mm-hmm. I think if you're gonna be the very best, like no one ever was, that you have to train for it.
It's not really. I don't see it as training. It's just. It's the same thing.
There's a really good trailer. It was like live action for Sun and Moon, or it was like showed these group of kids and then like fought these other group of kids that like took over their base with like Pokemon, and they were like, oh, we lost, and then it shows this whole like montage of them like learning how to play Pokemon and like getting better moves and like strategies. It was really cute and it was like fun to watch, and like that's the spirit of Pokemon.
Is this being picked up? My golf clap. All right. So agree to disagree on that one. Cause back and forth 30 minutes. Say something. So guys, the last thing I want to say is that everybody's got a merch store. John's got a merch store. Camilo's got a merch store. I've got a merch store. I've also got a YouTube channel. Camilo's got a YouTube channel. You're on John's YouTube channel. So check it out, guys. The first link in the description is the link to my YouTube channel. No, wait. It's actually Camilo's YouTube channel. I'm not going to read into that, but that's okay. So the first link is to Camilo's YouTube channel, guys. Make sure to open up a new tab and click that subscribe button. Underneath that, back in the original description, is the link to my YouTube channel. Click that and hit subscribe. Underneath that link in John's description is a link to Camilo's merch. Click that. Buy the Everyone is Shiny t-shirt because it's an original funny shirt, and it's very it's very Camilo's brand. And I'm into it and I want one. I just need someone to buy it for me. And then I also have a merch store that I haven't updated in months. You can still buy a pillow. It costs $1,000. If you do it, I will hand deliver it to your house. And you can open the door wearing whatever you want. Also, guys, underneath that is the merch store for Johnnyebs. He's currently wearing, and I think Camilo is also currently wearing, the booty garbage shirt. It's currently laundry day, so I wore a cappy hat, and that's the merch I'm rocking. So sorry, guys. But you can also donate by, where's your donate link? Man, you buried that thing. Gosh, you bury that. How are they ever gonna find that?
That's the last line.
It's the last line.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta have a talk after this.
Save
Guys, if you want to donate to John's channel, go open up the description, go to more, scroll all the way to the bottom. The very last line of text is how you can donate to John's channel.
Get the go to Twitch.
So if you want to support him buying digital games and DLC he never plays, make sure to throw him $1 every once in a while. It makes his day. I'm sorry, I had to say that.
All right, well, I am good. That's all I got. We are on Mondays now.
Yes.
Yep.
Is that official?
And it's official.
Okay, it's
We've
official.
moved from Sunday to Monday. I'll be hosting next week, approximately the same time as today. Maybe we can try to do 30 minutes earlier. Maybe. Probably not though, because I'll be putting together the outline and the images. So maybe a half hour later than it started today. But I'll try my best.
All right.
Try your best.
Well,